Welcome to Mindset Mastery. He had to bend down of Humpy, a journey that could change the way you see yourself and the world around you. I'm your guide, and I'm thrilled to be here with you as we embark on this transformative adventure. This is Life Change Audiobook Score, where we dive deep into ideas that spark growth, ignite potential, and light the path to a life of purpose. Today, we're starting with Episode 1. What is mindset? The foundation. Imagine standing at a crossroads in your life. One path leads to the same old patterns, doubts, fears, and limits you've placed on yourself. The other? It's a path of possibility, where your dreams feel within reach, where challenges become opportunities, and where you discover the power to shape your own destiny. The difference between these paths isn't luck or talent, it's mindset. Today, we're going to uncover what mindset really is, why it's the foundation of everything you do, and how it can become your greatest tool for change. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's begin. Section 1. Defining mindset. So what exactly is mindset? At its core, mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It's the collection of beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that shape how you think, feel, and act. Your mindset is like the operating system of your mind. It runs in the background, quietly influencing every decision, every reaction, every step you take. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the same situation and respond completely differently? One person might see a failure as the end of the road, while another sees it as a chance to learn. That's mindset at work. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about the deep-seated beliefs that guide your life, often without you even realizing it. Let me share a story. Picture a young woman named Anika, who always wanted to start her own business. She had a brilliant idea but was paralyzed by thoughts like, "I'm not experienced enough," or "What if I fail?" Those thoughts weren't just passing doubts, they were part of her mindset, a lens that made every opportunity feel like a risk. But what if Anika could change that lens? What if she could see challenges as stepping stones instead of roadblocks? That's the power of mindset. It's not just what you think, it's how you choose to see the world. Your mindset isn't fixed, it's like a muscle you can train. And as we'll discover today, the way you train it can change everything: your relationships, your career, your happiness, even your sense of who you are. Section 2. Fixed versus growth mindset. Now let's dive into one of the most powerful ideas in mindset science: the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. This concept, pioneered by psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, reveals that there are two fundamental ways we approach our abilities and challenges. A fixed mindset is the belief that your qualities like intelligence, talent, or skills are set in stone. If you have a fixed mindset, you might think, "I'm either good at something or I'm not, or I can't change who I am." It's like believing you're born with a certain amount of potential, and that's it. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges, give up easily, and feel threatened by the success of others. Why? Because they see failure as a reflection of their worth. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities can grow with effort, practice, and learning. It's the voice that says, "I'm not good at this yet, but I can get better." People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, and find inspiration in others' success. They see failure not as a dead end, but as a detour on the road to growth. Let's bring this to life with a famous example: Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Did you know it took Edison thousands of attempts to create a working light bulb? Thousands. If he had a fixed mindset, he might have given up after the first few failures, thinking, "I'm just not cut out for this." But Edison had a growth mindset. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure was a lesson, a step closer to success. His mindset didn't just invent the light bulb, it changed the world. Now think about a student named Liam. In school, Liam struggled with math. Every low grade felt like proof he wasn't smart enough. That's a fixed mindset talking. But one day a teacher told him, "Math is like a puzzle. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying." Liam started practicing, asking questions, and treating mistakes as clues. Slowly, his grades improved not because he was suddenly gifted, but because he shifted to a growth mindset. He believed he could grow, and so he did. So ask yourself, are there areas in your life where you're holding on to a fixed mindset? Where you're telling yourself, "I can't do this," instead of "I can learn this"? The good news is, you can choose to shift your mindset starting today. Section 3. How beliefs shape behavior. Your mindset isn't just a set of thoughts, it's the engine that drives your behavior. The beliefs you hold about yourself and the world shape what you do, how you react, and ultimately, who you become. Let's break this down. When you believe something is possible, you act like it's possible. If you believe you can learn a new skill, you're more likely to practice, seek help, and keep going when it gets tough. But if you believe you're not good enough, you might not even try. Your beliefs create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your actions align with what you think is true. Take Thomas Edison again. His belief that failure was part of the process didn't just keep him motivated, it shaped his actions. He kept experimenting, tweaking, and trying again. His belief that he could find a solution led him to act like someone who would find a solution. And he did. Now, let's look at students. Research shows that students with a growth mindset are more likely to study harder, ask for feedback, and bounce back from low grades. Why? Because they believe effort leads to improvement. Meanwhile, students with a fixed mindset might avoid studying or give up after a bad test, thinking, "What's the point? I'm just not good at this." Their beliefs directly shape their actions and their outcomes. This isn't just about big achievements, it's about everyday moments. Think about a time you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a tough conversation, a new job, or even a personal goal like getting fit. Did you approach it with the belief that you could grow, or did you let doubt hold you back? Your mindset didn't just influence how you felt, it shaped what you did. Here's the beautiful truth. You have the power to change your beliefs, and when you change your beliefs, you change your behavior. You start taking risks, seeking opportunities, and building a life that reflects your potential. Section 4, the neuroscience of learning, neuroplasticity. Now, let's dive into the science that makes mindset so powerful, neuroplasticity. This is the brain's incredible ability to change and adapt throughout your life. For a long time, scientists thought the brain was fixed after childhood, that you were stuck with the wiring you had. But modern research has turned that idea upside down. Your brain is like a living, breathing canvas, constantly reshaping itself based on your experiences, thoughts, and actions. Here's how it works. Your brain is made up of billions of neurons, connected by pathways that light up when you think, learn, or do something. Every time you practice a skill, face a challenge, or even think a certain way, you strengthen those pathways. It's like carving a trail through a forest. The more you walk it, the clearer and stronger it becomes. This is neuroplasticity in action. Let's go back to Liam, our student struggling with math. When he started practicing and embracing mistakes, his brain was building new neural pathways. Each time he solved a problem or learned from a wrong answer, those pathways grew stronger. His brain was literally rewiring itself to make math easier over time. This isn't magic, it's science. Neuroplasticity means you're never stuck. Want to learn a new language? Start a business? Overcome a fear? Your brain can adapt to make it happen. But here's the catch. It works both ways. Plasticity means you're never stuck. Want to learn a new language? Start a business? Overcome a fear? Your brain can adapt to make it happen. But here's the catch. It works both ways. If you feed your brain negative beliefs like "I'm not good enough," you strengthen those pathways too. The good news? You can choose what to feed your brain. Every positive thought, every small effort, every moment of courage is like a brushstroke, painting a new picture of who you can become. Section 5, beginning personal reflection. So we've explored what mindset is, the difference between fixed and growth mindsets, how beliefs shape behavior, and the science of neuroplasticity. Now it's time to turn the lens inward. Let's start a personal reflection, a moment to connect with your own journey. Close your eyes for a second if you can, and think about a dream you've been holding on to. Maybe it's a career goal, a creative passion, or a personal change you've wanted to make. What's stopping you? Is it a belief that you're not talented enough, not ready, not worthy? Those are the whispers of a fixed mindset, and they're not the truth. They're just stories you've told yourself, stories you can rewrite. Now imagine what it would feel like to approach that dream with a growth mindset. Picture yourself saying, "I don't have all the answers yet, but I can learn, I can grow, I can take the next step." Feel that spark of possibility? That's your brain responding, ready to carve new pathways, ready to support you in becoming the person you want to be. Let me share a personal moment. A few years ago, I was terrified of speaking up in meetings. I'd sit there, convinced my ideas weren't good enough, that I'd sound foolish. That was my fixed mindset holding me back. But one day I decided to try. I raised my hand, shared an idea, and guess what? It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. Each time I spoke up, it got easier. My brain adapted, and so did I. That small shift in mindset opened doors I never thought possible. Your mindset is the foundation of your life. It's not about being perfect, it's about believing you can grow, acting on that belief, and letting your brain do what it does best, adapt and thrive. So here's your first step. Reflect on one area of your life where you want to grow. Write it down, say it out loud, or just hold it in your heart. That's the seed of change, and you're planting it right now. Closing. The journey begins. As we close episode 1 of Mindset Mastery, let's carry this truth with us. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It's the lens that shapes your reality, the engine that drives your actions, and the canvas where your potential comes to life. Through the stories of Thomas Edison, Liam, and even my own journey, We've seen how a growth mindset can turn dreams into reality. And with the science of neuroplasticity, we know your brain is ready to support you every step of the way. You're not defined by where you are today, you're defined by where you choose to go. So, take a moment to celebrate this first step. You're here, listening, reflecting, and opening your mind to new possibilities. That's courage. That's growth. That's the beginning of your mindset mastery journey. Join us next time for episode 2, where we'll dive into the science behind mindset, exploring how your brain, beliefs, and habits work together to shape your life. Until then, keep nurturing that seed of possibility. You are capable of more than you know.